Hey, what's up, guys? All right, so I got a question. I've gotten this question in various forms at various times, and I'm gonna answer it in various ways, which is how to get a girl to like you. Here's the thing that I think you guys have to understand in order to really grasp what I'm about to say here. Tactics is not what you want, and the goal that you're seeking cannot be a girl. If you cannot abandon those two ideas, you're not going to have any success, not any real success. Most of you, what you're looking for is you're looking for a tactic that you can apply to get a girl. Okay? And that doesn't really exist. I'm not saying that it's not possible to have some kind of tactic to get a girl, but you're not going to keep her if you did pull that magic shit off, which I have yet to see. And you're not going to actually get her because she's not actually going to like you. You think you just want the girl. It's not quite that. You want the acceptance and validation from the girl, which is part of the problem that we're going to address here. The reason why you're having trouble getting the girl is because you're probably seeking validation from her. I've got some videos on seeking external validation that you should check out. This is like, start there, right? Watch those videos and understand why that's a bad idea. Okay, I'm not going to rehash that too much here, but we'll cover that a little bit. One big problem is that you're seeking approval, validation from a girl. What's going to happen is that you're going to come off as needy. And the more needy that someone is, we could say clingy, the more that we feel like they need something from us, right? That we have to give them value and they don't have much to offer. Let's say that you were applying for a job, and let's say that you were like on whatever, monster.com or hire.com or whatever, one of those, and you put in your application for the job, okay? And you hit submit, and like 5 minutes later, someone called you up on the phone, and they're like, oh, I saw you applied for our system admin job. We really want you. Do you want to take the job? Do you want the job? We really want you for the job. You seem like perfect. Like, I love your resume. I love everything about you, right? At first, you might be a little bit flattered, and you might be flattered about that, but it would kind of probably scare you off a little bit, right? Because you're used to like interviewing for the job. You're used to like having to qualify for the job. If they're just like chasing you down, and let's say they call you like half an hour later, or you get an email from them, and then you get another call like the next day, pretty soon you're gonna be like, what the is wrong with this job, right? Like there's something wrong with this person, something wrong with this job. You're gonna feel that neediness. What's ruining it is that neediness, that validation, right? The needing that other person, that thing. That's why I said, again, at the very beginning of this, what I said that you need to get rid of. You need to get rid of the idea that you're gonna use some tactic, and you need to get rid of some idea that's gonna be one girl. In order to have the proper mindset to attract girls in general, right? And we're gonna change this. I know you're trying to attract this one girl, but let's say to attract girls, to attract women, you have got to not be completely invested in one. You have to be in a situation where you could let anyone go, right? And if we went to the same job type of scenario, right? In order for you to be in the best position to negotiate as a candidate, if you're applying for multiple jobs, you'd have to be in a position where you'd be willing to walk away. You feel a plentiful mindset, right? Because you believe that there's multiple jobs out there for you, not just this one job. You've heard yourself say this about girls, right? You've said, oh, this is the one perfect girl. There is no other girl for me. Imagine the pressure that she feels when she knows that, when she thinks that, and you don't even know her. She doesn't qualify. She doesn't pass any kind of job interview. She hasn't qualified to you in any way, but you're just assuming that this is the girl, this is the magic girl that you're putting up on a pedestal. So you have to get rid of this mindset of that there's one girl. You have to think, okay, if I'm going to become better with women in general, right? If I'm going to learn how to get girls to like me, I need to have the plural, right? There can't be just this one girl. And maybe at some point in life, I'm not saying that you can't have a relationship, that you can't have a girlfriend, that you can't get married, right? But if you want to develop this skill, okay, and you want to actually get girls to like you, or get a girl to like you, you have to start at the broader perspective and stop it with this of getting stuck up on one girl. There's plenty of matches for you out there. There's plenty of girls out there, and you have to really internalize and develop that mindset. Otherwise, you're not going to have any success, because you're going to be putting too much on that. You're going to be too invested. You're going to be seeking validation, because your whole approval as a person in your life is going to depend on whether this girl likes you or not. Whereas someone who's going to be much more attractive to girls in general is going to be a guy that doesn't need them, that seeks his own approval, his own validation, is self-motivated, okay? Looks to himself to determine what is good in life, has his own passion, his own drive, and could get multiple girls, and doesn't think that any one girl is so special unless she proves herself to him, which is going to take some time and it's going to take some effort on her part. She's going to actually have to win him over. I'm trying to give you the most honest and objective viewpoint so that you can search and research this more and you can find what you need to find in order to get on this path. One way to do that is, of course, to subscribe to this channel, because this is what I talk about. I talk about bulldog mindset. I talk about how to avoid the victim mindset and how to become the kind of man that you want to become if you want to attract women and to keep them around in your life and to be attractive to women. So now let's talk about what in general, right, in the meta, the bigger thing that's going to make you more attractive to women and how you're going to get girls in general to like you, which is this. Okay, it's to become a better man. And I know that sounds really cliche and it sounds really dumb when I say that, but that is the key. In order to get the girls that you want, you have to be worthy of the girls that you want. Okay, in order to do that, you have to stop focusing on the girls. You're not tricking them. You're not saying something. You're not wearing some kind of clothes. You're not getting six-pack abs or money or whatever it is. Like, you're not using those tactics to get the girls. Instead, you're actually becoming the man that's worthy and deserving of those. You got to think about what would make me a deserving person, and that is a person that is of their level or higher. If you're always valuing these girls as higher than you because you're getting your validation from them or this one particular girl, okay, then you can never be higher or at her level, because you're always seeing her as the prize. You're always seeing her as the objective, the thing to get, right? Especially if you have one-itis and you're thinking about just this one girl, it's always higher. No matter how high you get, you're going to feel like you're not good enough. You're not qualified. You need to get her validation, right? Which is no good. Instead, what you need to do is you need to flip the script. Okay, again, it doesn't mean that you look down on girls and think that you're so much better than you are. It means you become better. It means that you focus on finding a purpose in your life. It means that you stop caring what other people think about you. Okay? It means that you start caring what you think about yourself. It means you start having standards. It means that you start working hard towards your business goals, your financial goals, through your physical goals, right? Your fitness goals, your mental goals, or your spiritual goals. You start driving yourself to become the kind of person that if you were a girl, you would want, you would be attracted to. Okay, that's the key. That's the number one thing. That's going to be 90% of this journey, is to stop focusing on the girl and how you can get the girl, but instead focus on how you can improve yourself as a person, not for the girl, but for yourself. You're going to feel better about yourself, okay, when you are striving after what you want in life, when you're growing, okay, as a person, as a human being, than whether you have those results or not. You're not even going to be able to control this. You're not going to be able to control girls and what they want and what they do, especially one particular girl. That's just insanity. That's just asking for pain and hardship, right? Instead, what you can control is your focus, your determination. The most attractive trait to a woman in general is a man that knows what he wants, that goes after it, and is willing to stop at nothing to get it, right? That's why when you see these romantic movies and whatnot, and you see these girls that are like, oh, over this guy, that's why they like that, even though when you do that in real life, it doesn't work, right? It's because that person already is a complete person by themselves. They're already, right? They're already that ideal guy that the woman wants, and she sees that attribute in him, the ability to go after what he wants with reckless abandon. But you don't have that right now when you're chasing one girl or you're chasing girls in general, right? Because you're needing something. You need something else, right? You're seeking that external validation. And then there's a 10% that we could talk about that is somewhat tactics, right? Is understanding the skill set of going out and approaching and becoming that kind of social person, right? You have to develop your social skills. It's not going to happen by accident, right? So your focus should be 90% on becoming the man worthy, okay, of women. And like I said, your happiness will come from you doing that for you, not to get girls, but because you grow as a person and you seek fulfillment and you find fulfillment by reaching your potential. That's the most fulfilling thing ever. Okay, I'll tell you that, guaranteed, hands down. And people will respect you and like you more, and girls will like you, and everyone will like you more when you're that kind of person. Who doesn't want to be around the person that fucking goes for their dreams and achieves them and like is unstoppable and relentless and just is driven? So you're gonna have to work on you as a person to grow, and then you're gonna have to work on that tactical aspect of it, right? You're gonna have to go out and actually approach and actually talk to women and actually face those fears and develop that. But your primary focus should be on developing yourself as a person, okay? And part of that is developing your social skills, and you got to become smooth around women. I think that's the best way that I could describe it, and that's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take some actual focused effort. It's just not going to naturally happen. Getting money, getting six-pack abs, right? Any of these things are not going to get you the women. Okay, it's going to be you developing yourself as a person and becoming that quality kind of person. And here's the other piece of this, right, that I want you guys to understand, is that it's one thing to, quote, trick the girl and get the girl temporarily. It's another thing for the girl to actually want you as a person, not some fake kind of that you're putting on. There's a really good quote, I'll leave you with this. The Rock, he put on his Instagram. I really respect this guy, okay? Dwayne Johnson, and he said, if I haven't earned it, I don't want it. Okay, and this is key. This is perhaps one of my life mottos, and it's one that you should live by as well. All right, that's all I got for you today. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button below, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.